Hello my love, welcome back to Guinya channel. Let's talk about motivation in your life. Your alarm goes off every morning. What's the first thought that comes to mind when you open your eyes? Are you excited to get up and to work, or are you dreading the day and week ahead? You may have tried many solutions to help you stay motivated and found that none of them really have any impact. But it's not hopeless. With some small steps, baby ones in fact, you can get started down the road to positive change. Yes, I know, it seems impossible at times. You don't feel like doing anything. I've been there, and in fact, I still feel that way from time to time. You're not alone, but I've learned a few ways to break out of a slump, and we'll take a look at those today. Number 1. Your reason. If you want to learn how to find motivation, just ask yourself a question. Why? Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to do that right now? In fact, sometimes we get into such a slump that even thinking about making positive changes seems too difficult. Yet, having a meaningful objective doesn't mean you have to change the world or have a huge impact on society. The secret to meaningful work is simple. It should contribute value to something or someone that matters to you. Then, think about your motivation core, your purpose. Write down what it is within your job that gives you meaning, and what are some things that will help push you forward in life. Number 2. Think about everything inspiring you. Inspiration, for me, comes from others who have achieved what I want to achieve, or who are currently doing it. I read other blogs, books, magazines. This could include friends and family, or any support network you've created in life. You know, when you are watching video, you are more happy than many people in the world. You have an internet connection, you have a smartphone or computer, you have health, and even you're still living. So, if other people can do it, you also can do it. Number 3. Positive thinking. Do your best to not focus on the negative. Review your goals and aim yourself in a positive direction. Recognize negative self-talk, which is really what's causing your slump. One common problem is that we think about how hard something is. Exercise sounds so hard. Just thinking about it makes you tired. Instead of thinking about how tiring exercise can be, focus on how good you'll feel when you're done and how you'll be healthier and slimmer over the long run. Instead of "this is too hard," and replace it with "I can do this." Number 4. One goal. Whenever I've been in a slump, I've discovered that it's often because I want too much going on in my life. I'm trying to do too much. If you are trying to do 2 or more goals at once, it may cause more difficulty and stress for you. You have to choose one goal for now and focus on it completely. I know that's hard. Still, I speak from experience. You can always do your other goals when you've accomplished one goal. Number 5. Start small, really small. If you are having a hard time getting started, it may be because you're thinking too big. If you want to exercise, for example, you may be thinking that you have to do these intense workouts 30 minutes per day. No, instead, do small, tiny baby steps. Just do 2 minutes of exercise. I know that sounds wimpy, but it works. Commit to 2 minutes of exercise for one day. You may want to do more, but just stick to 2 minutes. Once you've done 2 minutes a day for a week, increase it to 5 and stick with that for a week. In a month, you'll be doing 15 to 20. It's so easy, you can't fail. By finding your true motivation, you'll be one step closer to realizing your happiness and finding meaning in everything you do. You know that everything is valuable, which is not easy to achieve, but it's really worth it to spend your time and effort. I hope this video will inspire you to find your motivation, and I hope you live your best life. Thanks so much for watching. Send you thousands of love and see you next time. Bye!